Welcome to Rebel Chaser. I'm sorry this one took so long for me to get out, but I've got a couple from Judge West, a couple from Judge Chisholm, and then a couple from my favorite, Judge McNally. I'll let you guys watch.
Mr. Lewis, you have Crystal Vogan, the sentencing. This is Mr. Hoffpower's sentencing. I didn't see you over there, Mr. Hoffpower.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you Crystal Vogan? And Ms. Vogan was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to theft of property, a state jail felony. That agreement was for a 4-year deferred probation with a $1,000 fine as well as restitution in the amount of $9,400. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have y'all all had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes. Yeah.
And any additions or corrections or?
There's a lot of history, understanding, but discussed it with counsel and also about restitution.
Speak up, I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure the court knows restitution, most of the main issue we're looking at, get some of that money back.
I've got 1, 2, 3 and a quarter pages of criminal history. Well, there's a lot of stuff that wasn't dismissed. There were 14 felonies that weren't dismissed. At least 4 or 5 misdemeanors that weren't dismissed. I understand the restitution, and y'all know my position on that already this morning, but there's I mean, she's on probation right now in Sutton County, correct?
Yes.
Right. So do they know about this case? And what has happened over there, if anything?
I'm still continuing on my deferred. Because I'm actually supposed to start nursing.
I can't understand you.
I'm supposed to start nursing school.
When?
I was actually supposed to start in September, but I had to wait to see.
Are you really going to be able to go to nursing
Yes, I
school
am.
with this type of criminal
Yes,
history?
Yes, ma'am. Because I haven't been convicted of it. I'm a CNA now.
Where do you live now? Okay. Another issue that I see on here also is the restitution, because it shows $9,400, but then it also, that was from inside the bank, and then it shows $500 from an ATM and $100 from a cash app, totaling $10,000, not $9,400. Is that correct?
And that would have been added on, that's a bank fee. I don't think that.
Well, it says 500 was withdrawn from an ATM outside the bank. Is that right? You know better than anybody.
I only went into it. I didn't have no access to the card.
Okay. So possibly the other person that was involved did that?
Only thing we knew about
That was
$9,400 that was in the bank.
I wasn't aware of it, Your Honor, when we did it. When I got the PSIs, when I was in the cash app. But if it was a withdrawal, then that would be her responsibility joint and separately.
Right. It says, so
That's a request.
the contact from Do Good said that the defendant withdrew the entire loan amount of $10,000, $94 from inside the bank, $500 from an ATM, and $100 from a cash app transaction. It doesn't matter if you did it or if the other person that you were with did it. Y'all were working together. So you're both, and what's the other status of the?
I don't have the status of another person, Your Honor. That's just one that's the charge. I'm not personally on there. But
Okay.
she's responsible.
Yeah. So I mean, if there was another person you didn't give that
I
information,
don't know.
then that's, okay. Apparently the cops didn't either, so.
She went in the bank, she was in the call. Size, whether or not she had a copy from the backside, not to my knowledge.
And hold on. So the probations in Sutton County, have they been transferred to Harris County? So you're going in person in Harris County.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so it's the state's position to go forward with the agreement?
I understand the court's concern, if they have the same, like I said, our initial deal was to get some of the money back on our victim, however, we understand.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Bogan. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Can y'all hold it down over there, please? I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I just don't know. I just can't believe I'm even considering doing this, honestly. I'm not. I can't. There's no way. It has to be straight probation, and I realize that that's going to potentially have some issues, but I can't with 14 prior felony offenses, same type of thing. So
I don't.
you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. How many do you think you have?
I have 3 here and one back home.
Okay, you have lots of them that were at the same time for different offenses.
And I was never convicted, never charged.
Yeah, you did probations for them. Forgery of a financial instrument. Don't talk over me. March 3rd, 2008, Harris County, 180 days in jail. So that one was reduced. March of 2014, forging identification cards in Cuyahoga County, Ohio, 1 year probation. Same charge, same probation, so that's 2 in Ohio. March of 2014, aggravated theft in Ohio, another probation, the same date, but still another charge. March of 2014, attempted drug possession, pled guilty, 1 year probation. March of 2014, same thing in Ohio, possessing criminal tools, probation, all of that. It was at the same time, but still different cases. November of 2014, forgery, 2 cases, got probations in those. I'm going to run out of fingers. March, another one, a theft, aggravated theft in Ohio in 2014. Then we go to Sutton County, Texas, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continuous smuggling of persons for pecuniary benefit, and that's the 10-year probation that you're on in 5 different cases. That's not correct.
No. Okay.
So how many cases are you on probation for in Sutton County?
It all ran together.
I understand it all. It doesn't run, but that's not how it works.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
When it runs together, it just means you're serving it at this. I'm rejecting the plea agreement. I'm resetting your case for 3 weeks. We'll see you back in 3 weeks. Y'all can talk about it then. Ma'am,
What?
this is not going to help.
It doesn't matter. My life's going on.
Well, looks like you did that, not me. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Come on, hold on, get her, don't let her go. Come back. Everybody heard it. Come back.
Sure, lawyer.
That's what my lawyer did. I didn't say this.
You don't talk like that to anybody in this case because he didn't do this either. You did.
He got me the plea.
He did he did a great job. I'm going to find at this time that your bond is not sufficient because of your attitude and because of your
I gotta go to work. So I'm gonna lose my job and everything too?
Well, maybe you shouldn't cuss at your lawyer. Maybe you shouldn't have this attitude here in the courtroom. I'm going to raise your bond. What's the bond currently set at? Don't cry now after saying it to him and acting like this in here. Stop. No, you're going to make it worse. You're just going to make it worse. You should, when I told you a minute ago to stop, you should have stopped when I told you to. Let's see, can you? All right, I'm going to set your bond at $25,000. Go back with the bailiff. Mr. Kimler, you've got Brandon Bell. There's not an agreement on this one.
There's
not an agreement, Judge, and I do have the complainant for the underlying offense as well as Ms. Lopez here. She may come up, the court might need to admonish both of these individuals per my conversation with Ms. Lopez.
Okay.
If we've gotten to the point where you've frustrated Ms. Lopez, you know there's an issue.
So are we going to go through the motion? Or what's?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
So let's do that first. Good morning, Ms. Lopez. Good morning. And sir, you're Brandon Bell? The best you can, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And will he waive the formal reading of the motion?
So I.
Give me just a second to get back to that. Mr. Bell, in cause number 24, DCCR 1008, I have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. Shows that you were placed on probation April 21st of 2025 for the second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That was a 5-year deferred probation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
The motion alleges that you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you failed to immediately report to the community supervision officer your contact information. And is that true or not true?
I failed to. True or not?
It's just true or not true. You can explain later. So did you give them your contact information or not?
Yes, ma'am.
You did give it to them?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's not true. Count 2 alleges that you provided a urine sample May 29th of 2025 that tested positive for. Is that true or not true?
Yes, ma'am.
True or not true?
True.
Count 3 alleges that you provided a urine sample July 17th of 2025 that tested positive for. And is that true or not true?
True.
Count 4 alleges that you were at a location other than your residence at approximately 3:10 a.m. and 4:55 a.m. on July 10th of 2025 in violation of probation. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 5 alleges that you failed to provide all records and documents required by the supervision officer within 30 days of their instruction. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Count 6 alleges that you failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing the BIP program, the Battering Intervention and Prevention Program. Is that true or not true? Have you done the BIP program?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So that would be true that you haven't successfully completed it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Count 7 alleges that you failed to, that
I
you
think
fa-
it should say not in there, Judge, I'm sorry. He failed to not have any communication.
state wish to amend that to say not on number 7.
Yes, Judge.
Failed to not, any objection? So 7, hold on, let me make that. I'm printing it because it'll be easier for me. All right, so 7 says that you failed to not have all communication with the victim regarding your child through an approved third party by repeatedly appearing at the victim's house to, quote, see your children. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 8 alleges that you admitted to the adulteration of your urine analysis on June 30th of 2025, and is that true or not true?
True.
You understand adulteration means? And the court could explain I don't think he.
I mean, did you show up to probation and do either a fake urine sample or have some type of, what was it,
He admitted to drinking something that made his urine negative.
gotcha. So did you do that?
No.
You didn't? You just admitted it, but you didn't really do it?
Did you say it, or did you say that, or not? That you admitted to drinking
So
something?
it says you admitted to the adulteration of your urine analysis, which means you told your probation officer that you did something to make your urine analysis negative. Is that true or not true?
Well, any piss test
Urine
I
test.
any
Urine-
any
listen.
urine test I failed with.
Listen to my question. I don't care about any of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you admit to your probation officer
Not
that
I know
you,
of.
did you admit to your probation officer that you drank something or took something that would make your urine clean?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Let's say not true.
Count 10, let's see, actually count 9. Hold on, I'm out of 5, 6, 7, 8. What I missed here? Count 9, so this goes over here, alleges that you had contact with the victim of the offense, either in person, by telephone, via mail, or through a third party several times after being put on probation in violation of your order. Is that true or not true?
You said it again.
Have you had contact with the victim of the offense?
True.
And then count 10 alleges you are behind in your court-assessed fees as of July 17th, 2025, in the amount of $337. And is that true or not true?
True.
Did you enter your pleas of true to counts 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, and 10 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And because those counts are actually true.
Yes, ma'am.
So we've got, I'm going to find those counts true. Ms. Lopez is here. Let me look back at something real quick.
Here's David. David.
When was the last drug test?
My last drug tested him on the 18th of August.
And it was negative?
It was negative.
And has there been any follow-up or treatment with Spinaltop?
You mean mental health or
Mhm.
drug treatment? Mental health, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Weaver.
Oh wait, Your Honor, I apologize. August 18th was his last drug test and he tested positive for THC. He has since been drug tested again in September and it was negative. I gave you the wrong date there, I apologize.
And I think the concern, if Ms. Lopez can kind of go into a little bit more detail about our conversation, is that he may be using synthetic, which doesn't show on the tests at probation. And there's obviously an issue with the no contact, which is why I have the complainant here. I don't think either one of them are adhering to that.
So, last known contact that you know of that's not in here, has there been any?
I was called by the complainant on Thursday of last week and she admitted that they had been seeing each other that day. And she was angry but it's very inconsistent whether she wants to be around him or not. Some days I get calls.
Well, but I told you,
To come back in front of you.
Just be quiet.
I told you you can't have contact.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're the one that can go to jail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, based on all of these allegations, I realized that I reinstated a bond and we had a hearing, it looks like, where ordered some spindle top, but it sounds like this is not going in a safe direction at this point for anyone. At this point, I'm going to find that is in the best interest of our community, best interest of the victim, and based on all of the factors in 15.17 and the fact that you're on probation for an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, I am going to make this, at this point, a no bond. You will go back with the bailiff. I'll reset your case for an updated pre-sentence report. We can have any other testimony at that time with regard to the other allegations that are still pending. If you have any witnesses, then
Since she's here, do you want to elicit testimony from the victim or not? She is
Judge,
here.
what my preference would be, may she come up to be addressed by the court?
Yeah.
Ms. Bell? The nature of this plea originally, Judge, was obviously a little bit low. It was based on some cooperation, non-cooperation, cooperation, non-cooperation, which I believe is still the case. I don't know what
look this way.
is, I don't
You
know the
look this way.
relationship between the two of them. Obviously, I'm concerned for that. It's my understanding through Ms. Lopez that they're continually together, and that in addition to Mr. Bell, she is also violating that no contact order by voluntarily engaging.
I think they have children together as well, is that right?
Well,
And
that's
they're
why,
pregnant now, is that right?
but that's why I made the specific rule that they go through a third party to transfer kids, to see
And
kids.
the problem is that the third party is his mother, which is, I've told him multiple times, cannot be.
Cannot be. Okay.
It's not working.
You are pregnant with this child right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I can't necessarily order you. You're not here in court on an offense. But he's going to jail today because y'all won't quit doing what I told him not to do. So it's that simple.
Can I say something? Whenever I did call the probation officer, technically he was already staying at the house. We both our managers are in the house. He was already staying at the house. So when I went to the house, I just wanted him to leave because me and the kids needed somewhere to go. And I called the probation officer on my own, but he was technically staying at the house already. I just wanted him to leave because me and the kids needed somewhere to go, and obviously we all couldn't be there.
Right.
But he haven't.
So did he not leave so that you and the kids could stay there, and that's why you called?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
But
then
he's
it's
been staying there.
all right. Well, then you know what you have to do. You're the one
I
on.
got out the house and I waited on my ride before my ride came.
Well, if you're staying at the house
I
and
don't
you're,
stay there anymore. I stay with this one.
I'm resetting it for a sentencing hearing. If there's any testimony at that time, you can recall witnesses, and so we'll come back.
I would implore the court to admonish them that contact includes calls from the jail.
It
that they're
does.
not
Contact, communication. Contact doesn't just mean in person. All right? It means communication. So you can't call her from the jail. You can't talk to her, period.
Man, we have children together. We have 4 kids together. I'm going to have another child for him. How are we supposed to? How are we supposed to co-parent if we can't talk to each other?
Well, y'all can't co-parent. That's why we're here. Because he assaulted you. He's on probation for felony assault of you. So we're not co-parenting isn't where we're at right now. Right now, we're trying to keep you, that baby, and the rest of your children safe until I know he's following all the rules. He hasn't done the classes that he's supposed to have. He's using drugs. That's not safe for y'all. That's not co-parenting.
Man, we're going to have another baby.
I'm sorry. There's choices that both of y'all are making, and that's the choice that you're making to still be with somebody that assaulted you. You can go back, go.
Thank you, Judge.
You can go with the bailiff.
Ms. Donald, please. There you go. These are citations 25 RO 0 4212 and 4212A. One ticket is for operating without lights. The other ticket is failing to yield to an emergency vehicle. The matter goes back to the 25th of June, 10:33 in the evening. Rochester Road near 12 Mile in Royal Oak. Is that a you can admit or deny responsibility for either or both of these? As to the citation for failing to yield to the emergency vehicle, you want to admit, deny, or to admit responsibility with an explanation?
Can I speak?
I asked you a question.
Sorry, I did not hear properly. I'm really sorry.
The question is, are you admitting or denying responsibility for failing to yield to an emergency vehicle?
Yeah, I did this mistake. Actually, I was new driver. I thought that there was light, and I forget to switch on my own light. And behind me, there was the police car. So I thought that normally going on. I never experienced this type of pullover or anything, and I never heard before. That's why I did not understand the whole things, and it was my mistake.
Okay, so you're driving without lights at 10:30 at night.
Yes.
And then when the officer is trying to stop your car, you kept driving for 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, right.
Stop was made by LaSalle. The chase was initiated at 12 Mile Road. It's 3 short blocks shy of a full mile.
Yes, I was
When
new
there's an
driver.
emergency vehicle, you have a statutory obligation to pull to the right and stop. It doesn't matter if you think it's a police car, an ambulance, or a fire truck. There's no ambiguity as to a driver's responsibility when they see the flashing red lights behind them, red and blue lights behind them. And to drive at night without your lights is to drive blind. Is there anything you want to add to this matter, officer?
Your Honor, I'd like to recommend the driver's safety course, or what it's called. She had informed me she had gotten her license about 2 months prior, and the way she'd pulled over and just how that whole traffic stop continued, I would like to recommend that she take that course.
Okay, the Secretary of State will give her an opportunity when this is abstracted to take the class to keep the points off her record. That would be a way of doing it.
I will never do this type of mistake anytime in my life, and I will be more careful in driving. I'm sorry for that. Can you please expect my, what should I say? Reduce my
So,
point.
officer, I think you'd accomplish the class by just processing this. It won't, the points won't go on her record because she will take the once in a lifetime opportunity to take the class. And that would do that. As to the driving without lights, that doesn't, I don't know if that carries points or not. The bottom line is she's only going to get 1 set of points per day. Given that she's going to be taking the class on the other matter, officer, what would be your thoughts as to the driving without the lights?
I have nothing further to add, Your Honor.
Secretary of State only gives 1 set of points to a person per day. So if you got 16 tickets in the same day, you'd still get just 1 set of points, unless there were affidavits filed to show that they weren't the same event. But so the bottom line here is that we'll apply the bond on both of these. And she will get the chance to take the class via the Secretary of State. So you are good to go, ma'am. Thank you. The next letter you get from the Secretary of State is going to be good news because it's going to tell you about a class. You'll have the chance to take the class online, and The Secretary of State, when you complete the class successfully, will not apply the points. It's a
So,
once in a lifetime.
okay, after taking class, my points will be reduced.
No, it's actually better than that because the points don't go on. The class doesn't take the points off. It stops the points from ever going on.
So my points never going to be from my record.
If you successfully complete the class, yes, that's exactly the way it's going to be.
My after taking class, my points will be gone.
No, as we sit here today, you have no points.
I have no points for pullover or
They don't go on until after this hearing, but they're not going to go on until you have a chance to take the class. When you complete the class, and you've got plenty of time to do it, when you complete the class, then these points are not put on your record. If you chose not to take the class, then you would get the points. But by taking the class, you're stopping the points from going onto your record. You don't need to do anything to initiate the process with the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State will send you the materials, a letter on how to do it. You don't need to trigger it. It's going to happen automatically. Okay. So the next thing you get from the Secretary of State is good news. Don't blow it off like it's an ad for something. It's good news for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
Did I get any money back?
No.
So I get no money, and now I get a mail in my address. What to do next step?
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Corporate, you need to turn on your sound.
Or turn
Can
up
you
the
hear me?
volume.
Do you need to hear me?
Now we can hear you. Can you hear us? Mr. Corporate, we cannot hear you.
All right. I'm sorry. I just changed my audio. I can hear you now.
Okay.
I'm sorry for any inconvenience.
That's the worst thing that happened today. It's not a bad day. So this is a parking ticket. This is 25P 20 35 44. The ticket was issued on the 4th of August. And the allegation here is that you were parked I'm drawing a blank on the place. Parked on 5th Street. The spot was 8215. And I don't think we're showing payment. You sent a letter that showed with a photograph of the parking meter that says that there was no time. What happened here, sir?
I went to Royal Oak to run Monday at 7 o'clock. I found a parking spot. I think of it as kind of an alley. I think maybe it's Center Street between 4th Street and 5th Street, parallel to the railroad tracks. There's the old-fashioned meters there, the ones that don't have the green light on them. They're not they're the old style. They're the new style. I try and be a good citizen, and so I took my debit card out and I put it in the meter, and it accepted my card. And then I pressed the up arrow many times. I wanted to pay for the maximum amount of parking times, so I pressed the up arrow many times. And when the meter said I'd paid something like $4.50 and had paid for it was good for 3 hours. I stopped and I went to my run. So I put my debit card in the meter and I paid for 3 hours of top parking time.
When you got the bill from the credit card company or the debit card, was this withdrawal noted?
I am a modern citizen. I don't get a paper statement every month anymore.
Did you read what you got?
I probably looked at my bank account days and weeks afterwards. I don't remember seeing or not seeing a debit from the parking meter company.
So you don't know one way or the other as if
I do not remember seeing a debit or not a debit on my bank statement for the fee, for the parking meter fee.
Chrissy, is there a way that it can be, see, this is right along the railroad track there. Is there a way that that can be checked?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, no, I'm asking Ms. Bonacursi.
Nothing we have access to. If he made the payment, he should have that noted in his credit card. And should have prepared that for court.
Mr. Larkins, do you, as we speak, do you have access to that statement that would show whether or not you paid?
Yes, I can go onto my Chase bank app and see my debits and credits from my account. The date of this was
The 4th of August.
4th of August. Okay. I'm scrolling back to that date on my bank app. So I don't see a debit from the parking meter company on my bank app. However, you can see my point that I put my debit card into the machine, it accepted it. I pressed the up arrow until it said had 3 hours of payment in there. And I had 3 hours, so it was going to pay $4.50 for 3 hours of parking time. The state indicated that I had paid for my parking spot.
The state indicated what?
The parking meter as a article of the state. The parking meter as
this parking meter is from a company in Minnesota. State has nothing to do with it, unfortunately.
The parking meter as the item that brought us together here today.
It's brought a lot of people together.
So I put my debit card in the machine. I pressed the up arrow button 12 times to get 3 hours.
What did you mean to show when you sent the picture? I think it was you that sent the picture that showed 0 time.
Yeah, I was frustrated to come back to my car after an hour and a half and see the ticket on my windshield. Because I had paid for the meter, I was a little mad, so I was just trying to take pictures of things like, here's the situation. I thought I didn't do anything wrong.
Your Honor,
I think yes, ma'am.
he has 14 prior tickets that aren't paid as well. So I'm wondering if there's an issue with understanding how parking works and payments. There's the license plate has 14 priors.
Ma'am, excuse me, that doesn't sound right to me.
It doesn't sound right to me either, but
absolutely not. I should have, if I've gotten, I believe I paid any parking ticket I've gotten in Royal Oak. I'm shocked and surprised to hear that.
Well, unless our system says, hasn't marked them paid, I'm showing that there were 14 priors unpaid.
I'm sorry, that doesn't sound right to me. I live in Detroit. I'm up Royal Oak every other month. I think I paid every parking ticket I've ever gotten there.
2 of them were voided, but the rest are just notified without payment, dating back to 2021.
going back
The most
whole 4 years of
are overtime at legacy meter.
with a legacy meter, that's simpler than the app, as I understand it.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them are overtime at legacy meter dating back to December 2023.
I'm shocked to hear that. I believe I know I've gotten 4 or 5 or 6 parking tickets in Royal Oak. I believe.
Okay,
I
what
thought
I'm
I
gonna
paid
do,
them
Mr.
all.
Coper, here, I think what we have is a user error, and I'm gonna find you responsible, but I'm gonna waive the fine and cost on this one. Because I understand, I expect that you're going to contact the court and see what's up with the other ones.
Sure.
Because what they do is they'll eventually send you a notice to show cause why you shouldn't be held in contempt of court for non-payment. And then that just goes down a track you don't want to go down. And so what I'm going to suggest is that you contact the parking system, find out where things stand, and I think just a matter of taking care of business to see what's up.
I did not know what the officer of the court just said. I'm
Right.
surprised and shocked to hear that. Is there a way I can look up online, or do I go to look that up online?
I don't know. I'm not part of that part of the system, but what I'm telling you is that I do think that there was user error involved, but I'm waiving the fine and cost on this one. But you need to take care of the business as to the other ones. And ascertain where things are and how to get them back where they should be. So
Okay.
we're through on this one, and the other ones, I don't know what status they're in. At some point, they're going to issue a show cause. And that is like a subpoena. And the failure to appear on a show cause, and if this is a question of a bad address or whatever, but the failure to appear at a show cause can result in a bench warrant for a driver's arrest. So you just need to take care of business here. And but we've cleared up this one. So you're all set here today. That's all we can do is address the one ticket that's on the docket.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Alyssa Christine Jones, 25B148251. Mr. Holmberg, are you on this?
I am, Your Honor. Miss Jones, yes, I can go get the defendant. She's outside. I can grab
Did you
her.
file an appearance?
Yes.
We have one, Lisa?
In the file.
She was supposed to be here on August 28th for a probation violation.
Correct. And she showed up, we showed up late. She showed up, I think that was the day before Labor Day. Don't quote me on that. Or that was the Thursday before Labor Day. She showed up. It was late, to be honest, with the court. We then got this.
All right, go get your client. We'll handle this.
Yes, Your Honor. She's here, Your Honor.
Name, ma'am?
So you gotta say your name.
Alyssa Jones?
Need to see her.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. She never showed up for this violation hearing that was generated August 7th that alleges she had a .31 on a PBT administered by Flat Rock. And it apparently they were called to the defendant's home for an alleged assault. So we're going to handle that. And then I'll handle her motion.
That's fine. Your Honor.
So how is she going to proceed on this case with this motion, with this?
She would plead guilty with an explanation.
She actually has 2 counts, and I'm going to need Ms. Wilds in here. Count 1 is she failed to refrain from consuming alcohol, as I just outlined. Count 2, she failed to submit to twice monthly chemical testing as ordered on August the 13th of 15. So she's going to plead to 2 counts, correct?
That's correct. I wasn't aware of the missed testing, but she did test positive for alcohol that evening. That's the only one.
So she's.
Did you miss testing?
On the 12th I did, or the 13th maybe, but I was there within 24 hours.
Okay, but you did miss on the 13th. So yes, you would plead guilty with an explanation, Your Honor. I apologize.
Ma'am, if you plead guilty to these 2, these would be 2 technical violations. You could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You are entitled to a hearing. You have the right to a hearing. You have the right to bring in your own witnesses at that hearing. You have the right to cross-examine the probation department's witnesses. You have the right to testify or remain silent. And if you choose to remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. They have the burden of proof. They have to prove you violated by a preponderance of the evidence. If you plead guilty, you're waiving all those rights and we will not have a hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, just try to keep your voice up a little bit better for me, okay? You understand everything I've said?
Yes.
As to count one that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs testing positive on a PBT on August 2nd of 25 with the results of a 0.31% BAC. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty.
Did you consume alcohol on that date?
Yes.
How much did you consume, ma'am?
Well, we went 3-1. You consumed quite a bit, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you gotta talk to me, please. Talk to me.
You gotta
How much
help
did you
yourself.
drink?
I would say a few drinks over the course of the day.
Know what a few means. That could mean 3. It could mean 32. I don't know what you mean. Roughly, how many drinks? What kind of drinks were you consuming?
What did you have? Did you have mixed drinks or did you have beer or a different type of drink?
It was seltzers.
Alcoholic seltzers?
Yeah.
They had vodka in them?
Yeah.
Okay.
How
And
many, ma'am?
how many did you consume?
I would say like 6.
Six.
What was it, 6? How big were the seltzers? Were they 32 ounces? Ms. Jones, you are being asked a question by a judge right now, and you are in a courtroom. I don't care if you're in a lawyer's office or not. You are in a courtroom. I want a straight answer from you. I want to know how much you drank.
They were 12 ounces. I would say 6 over
Well, with a 3-1,
a
you
3-hour
You
period.
drank more than 6 over. So when did you start drinking? We'll start there.
Sorry, that's okay. She just doesn't want to answer. I get it. Ms. Jones, I want to remind you, you're in a courtroom.
Oh, it's a room. I don't.
Ms. Jones, Ms. Jones, Ms. Jones, if you want to carry on a conversation with your lawyer, you tell me and we'll come back to you. But otherwise, you look at me and you talk to me and you answer me truthfully and completely. Do we understand one another?
Tell him.
Do we understand one another?
Yes.
Can I have a minute, Your Honor? I'm sorry. I apologize. Give me one moment, please.
People against, you ready, Mr. Holmberg?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, call in Beth. All right, recalling Alyssa Jones, 25B148251. Your name again, ma'am?
Alyssa Jones.
Mr. Holmberg?
Yes, Your Honor. Edward Holberg on behalf of the defendant. Your Honor, we did have a conversation. She is prepared to make an admission that she had 10 drinks. Some of those had 10% alcohol. Some of them had, I believe, 5.5% alcohol.
Ma'am, is that true? I need to see your face.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you consumed, you heard what your lawyer just said. He's telling me now you had 10 drinks, some of which had 10% alcohol in them. Is that true?
Correct.
All right. Any reason to dispute the accuracy of the PBT that came up at 0.31?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I'm asking you.
No, Your Honor.
As the count 2 that you failed to submit to chemical testing on August the 13th, how do you plead to that?
Guilty.
Did you fail to submit to testing on that date?
Yes. But I did, once I realized that I did not show up for that or my color was called, I did go test within 24 hours or the very next day.
All right. Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Ms. Wilds, your name?
That's what frustration.
I'm going to accept your plea as the count 1, accept your plea as the count 2. I'm going to go ahead and listen to what you have to say, Mr. Holmberg, and then we're going to come back and address this other motion. You can go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. She realizes she made a terrible mistake. She was with some girlfriends. They had gone to the zoo, came home, were discussing. She gave into peer pressure. She drank obviously too much. She's aware of that. She knows she had a zero tolerance. She wasn't supposed to drink. She took responsibility for it, Your Honor. I would ask that you hold any sanctions of jail in abeyance at this time. She has completed everything, I believe. I believe all her fines and costs are paid off. I believe the only thing that is outstanding is one class, an anger management or domestic violence class that she is scheduled to do on October 7th. So I believe she is compliant with everything else.
She has 2 prior drunk drivings. A third one was dismissed. This was an R&O case. That's really high, Miss Jones. I need to see her.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Your Honor. There.
That is really high.
I'm aware, Your Honor. I do apologize.
Well, I don't want you to apologize. This is not about apologizing. This is about your health, and this is serious business now. I mean, it really is. What happened can you tell me what happened when the police were called about the alleged assault? Do you have any idea? I don't need it. Can you tell me, was she determined to be the one who committed the assault?
Yes, Your Honor. I do believe that charges at this point may or may not be filed. I'm not seeing anything in our system with it being out of Flat Rock. But yes, it's very clear according to the police report that she was an aggressor in these circumstances.
All right. What else? What would you like to say, Mr. Humberg, before I sentence her?
Again, Your Honor, she has taken responsibility. She's been taking her probation serious. She has done everything she's supposed to do and paid all fines and costs. This was unfortunately a blip on the screen. She is scheduled to take that final class. We would just ask that the court treat this as a warning to the defendant and not hold any, not sentence to any jail time at this point.
Beth, tell me how the outpatient treatment's going.
Her outpatient treatment is going well. She's attending weekly at Hagera. She started at the beginning of August. She has attended, per my last report from her therapist, she's attended all her sessions. She hasn't missed any or rescheduled.
Started when?
August 6th, Your Honor.
So after that incident, 4 days later. Did you tell your therapist about that, Ms. Jones?
Yeah, she's aware. We talked about it on our last session.
And I'm going to state corrected, Your Honor. I apologize. She actually started in June.
Okay, so she,
Almost immediately after sentencing, I forgot I had this other report.
so when I see this tells me it's not working. If you started in June and you're drinking to the tune of 0.31 in early August, specifically August the 2nd, and tells me that you're not learning much or the treatment is not being successful. I'm not only concerned about you drinking, young lady, I'm concerned about the extent to which you were drinking. I mean, most people be falling down and vomiting long before that. I'm only telling you, I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm just warning you, and I'm concerned about you. I mean, you are the whopping age of 29, right?
Yes.
How often do I have her testing right now? Mr. Holmberg, where
Yes,
is your
Your Honor.
client? Does she work?
Yes, you are working presently, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you doing? Tell the judge.
I work for a company called VisiPay. It's a merchant service provider.
You're paid just the cost of $100. You're to continue testing bi-weekly until December 31. You're to serve 2 days on the court work program and pay $70 for that. And you are to be on a SoberLink device by the end of the day for 60 days, okay? I want you to understand, yeah, I don't know how to put it to you other than I'm concerned about this. I don't mean that you're a bad person, but you got a history of this. This is not good. You need to stop. This isn't having a social drink or two. Can she pay her 170 today, or does she need time, Mr. Holmberg?
She can pay it today, Your Honor.
No, I need time.
Oh, she needs time. I apologize.
I'll just give her until September 30th. Is that enough time?
September 30th, that would give you 15 days. Yes, Your Honor.
Right. And then on the other, is ironic as it sounds, let me just make a note. By the way, why weren't you here when you were supposed to be here last time?
She had some issues with getting to care, Your Honor. She did come to my office. We did log on late. That's true. Then I said, when no one picked up, I said, why don't we go in person? We met at the courthouse. Unfortunately, the docket had already been called. And I believe the Friday after there wasn't a docket at the courthouse. Then we found out that it was rescheduled for the 15th, and here we are.
Why does she need a medical card?
That you can answer better. Why do you have a card, Alyssa?
Why do I have?
Yes.
Well, I have an autoimmune disease for one, anxiety,
Good enough.
depression.
Okay, so listen, here's what I'm doing. As much as I'm not in favor of this, it's counterproductive. I'm not going to stand here or sit here rather and say, when the voters, look, you have the right to use medical. There's nothing I can do, in my view, unless you're in a sobriety court, to stop you. A defendant will not be violated if she tests positive for THC, so long as she possesses a medical card and provides proof of same to probation. Okay? Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, that is the order of the court.
Thank
I wish
you,
you well. Thank you, Ms. Wilds. Thanks, Mr. Berg.
Have a good day, and I appreciate it. That was very generous of you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks.
And she has to come here because she's in all.
And she needs to come here, Mr. Holmberg. Can somebody call it? Sorry, so it was.
I can zoom it in and it's not there on the sofa.
Well, they're gone already. Farrell, Jackson Farrell. 24B82280. Jackson Farrell here. You have to start your video and unmute, sir.
Is that it?
You need to start your video and state your name.
Jackson Farrell.
You need to start your video, though.
Is it going?
No.
Camera's not working. Apparently the video camera's not working, sir.
All right, I'm going to need you to come in here. I'm going to reschedule this.
Sir, I cannot travel. I have no way to get there. That's why I
Well, I
tried to.
can't do it looking at the black screen. You're going to have to figure it out, sir.
Well, I just identified myself, sir.
I'm not, listen. I'm not going to argue with you. Okay.
I'm not here for an argument.
No, please, I'm not going to argue with you. I need to see people at least. This isn't, we could do this on a beach with a phone call if we wanted to. I'm not going to do this. You're going to have to either figure out a way to start a video or come in here. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, really, I thought that I had till the end of October to finish the cleanup.
Listen, I told you to property to be cleaned up and in compliance with ordinances by August 31. That's what I said, but I'm not going to go into this.
Okay. All right.
You're going to have to call somebody to get somebody over there. And you got to get it fixed or taken care of before you come back. So I don't know where you thought you had until October. Is that what you said?
That's what I thought.
Well,
I
said August 31. We gave you a copy of the order. It's clearly spelled out. It has to be taken care of by August 31. I'm rescheduling this in 2 weeks. You need to either have somebody help you get on video or come over here. So give me a new date, Amy.
September 29th at 9:30.
Okay, September 29th, 9:30.
I'd strongly suggest you have that taken care of if you haven't already. And I'm telling you, you're going to need to be here. What do you mean? Why can't you come here?
I'm blind, sir. I cannot drive. And catastrophically disabled per the Veterans Hospital.
Have you been in front of me on this before?
Pardon?
Have you been in front of me in person on this before?
Before this, some number of years ago, you came over to my home taking pictures after I had been in the court with you.
Well, I don't know if I took pictures, did I? I mean, for
Yes,
the same
you did.
thing?
Yes, you
Well,
did.
Well, I wouldn't have done anything I couldn't do. I don't know. Was that on the same? Hey,
I had advised you that the property was posted under United States Code Title 18, Section 241.
all right, okay. I don't want to hear your nonsense. I didn't come over there and take
Nonsense,
pictures.
sir?
Listen,
Federal law is nonsense?
September
Okay.
29th, you're going to be
September
here in
29th.
person or you're going to be on video, Mr. Farrell? You
Yes,
want
I
to play
will.
this little game with me?
No, I'm
You
not
feel
playing a
free.
game,
I'll see you
sir.
September 29th. Mute him.
Yep.
Faraz Cortez Sharp, 24G 700-688.
Crap. Cut it
Mr.
off.
Sharp, you're. I came over taking pictures. I'm telling you, what in the world is happening in this country? What is happening in this country?
So it sounded like everybody just had a bad attitude today. I don't know why. Was everybody just cranky or what? But the first woman, she was snippy. And that's never a good thing in front of Judge West. So I don't want to talk too much about the rest. That was basically the biggest one that I wanted to talk about. And then, the traffic ones are always fun. And then the two people getting snippy and having an attitude with Judge McNally. I don't get it, but that's what they want to do. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And I missed you. And I will see you another time.